In this video, we're going to check out Jackson Goldstone's Pro bike, and you can see it's a Norco, it's 24-inch wheels, and it's one for smaller viewers. So Jackson's bike is a Norco Fluid 4, and it is 100 millimeters of travel, and that's done so by this Fox shock that has actually been custom built for Jackson. It is a standard size, but he's had some different tunes in it, maybe a lighter compression just to work with his body weight. It's really neat in that red, and he's got some covers here to protect the chainstay and also keep the chain slap down. The front fork on the bike is a Fox 831. That's an air spring fork. It's also a 26-inch chassis that fits that 24-inch wheel okay. It's got CTD and it's got 100 millimeters of travel. Let's come and have a look at Jackson's cockpit. And the first thing that I'm spotting on the front of the bike is this Stevie Smith tribute. Jackson's Canadian, so he was a big fan of Stevie. Then gonna look at the bars. And these are actually really wide. They're 670 millimeters in width. Jackson's pretty small, but he gets that inspiration from Greg Menard and his style. Those big wide bars that you see Greg with. I actually started out racing on a set of these, and they actually feel pretty nice. So he's got a set of core bars, and they're the Aero X. It's a core stem as well, that's 35 millimeters in length. And then he's a Zee sponsored rider, so he's got Zee brakes, shifter, and a set of core grips. And finishing off the front end of the bike is a Chris King headset. That is really pro, and he's also got some carbon spacers. One of the hardest challenges that Jackson's dad had when he was actually making the bike was getting a set of wheels to fit. 24-inch wheels are quite hard to come by. These are actually 32 hole. He was looking at getting a set of BMX wheels, and they're 36 hole, but they don't have that disc tab, so you don't get that powerful brake that Jackson needs when he's riding downhill. So these are actually a set of core mega wheels, 24-inch, 32-hole spoke, and they're laced to a set of DMR Bikes Moto Digger tires. Looking at the drivetrain, the first thing that really stands out for me is these Zee cranks. Now these were actually machined specifically for Jackson. They come in 170 millimeters in length normally, but they've actually been cut, machined, re-drilled and tapped to 150 millimeters. The chainring is a brand new core narrow wide chainring. It's a 30 tooth. He's also got that Shimano Zee group set. So he's got a short cage Zee mech, and he's got this cassette as well, which is an 11 all the way to 36 tooth. So he's got a wide range of gears, so he can climb back up to the top of the hill if he wants to. Finishing off the drivetrain, Jackson's got a really pimp Chris King bottom bracket. It's also in red to match the frame, and he's on Shimano DX pedals. His background in racing BMX brought him on to using clip pedals. Looking at the brakes as well and just finishing them off, he's got 160 millimeter rotors front and rear. The bike is topped off with this core carbon Aerox seat post, core saddle, and one of the final touches that Jackson have is one of these limited edition Fox Kashima top caps. That's pimp. Well, that is one cool bike. Jackson, the first question I'm going to ask you is, how old are you?
I'm 12 years old.
12-year-old shredder. Jackson, you've had a background in BMX racing, then you went into a bigger mountain bike, and now onto the 24-inch wheel size. Do you feel a big difference when you change wheel sizes?
Actually, yeah, quite a bit. On BMX, it's just kind of like a smooth BMX track with like big corners and stuff. But on mountain bike, there's bigger, like smaller corners and a lot more ruts. So the bigger wheels help get through the ruts and also for going a lot faster.
So you like going fast?
Yeah, a lot.
Jackson, you're one gifted up-and-coming rider. We've seen you doing skate park stuff, backflips, massive whips, and riding some downhill with some of the best riders in the world. Can you pick a favorite discipline?
Oh, totally not. I like it all too much.
Even this alpine rain that we're seeing, you love getting out, getting wet and muddy?
Oh yeah, it's super fun. Just getting like the shower of the day, it's just all brown and coming off you and stuff. It's super fun.
Awesome. Tell me about the longest ride that you have ever done on your bike.
Probably the longest ride I've ever done on this bike was in Spruce Lake, just above Whistler. Me and my dad were about out there for like 11 hours or so. It was a long ride, but it was super fun on the way down.
11 hours. I'm pretty sure that put a lot of our viewers to shame. Jackson, I reckon, could probably beat a lot of you up a hill as well. Tell us a little bit more about that ride. You're telling me that you had some amazing views, big hiker bikes. What was the best part?
Definitely the way down, but also the views were crazy. You could probably see for like ever. And yeah, the trail down was like super flowy, lot in the alpine, horses and coming up all on, and it was super fun. But the climb, ooh, that was a long time. It was about 6 hours of climbing uphill and then about 2 hours of hiker bike. Oh, yeah.
That's impressive. So do you prefer going uphill or downhill?
Downhill.
Jackson, your bike is super nice. But for more great videos on GMBN, why don't you click just up there and you'll get to our Pro Bike playlist. And if you click down there, you'll get to Riding in the Wilderness.
And also you can subscribe right here on the big circle.
And if you like Jackson's bike, then give it a thumb up like.